Today we are sharing a long-term as well as short-term analysis of Nifty. So if you see the daily chart, Nifty has been falling from this level. So this was the first move down, and internally if you see internally this is an impulsive wave, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after this impulsive move, you can see there was a messy move, nothing but the corrective move, and again we are again getting a impulse move down. And internally if you see this move, if you draw put a moving averages set, you can see this move broke the moving average, and then this move you can see is a messy one, which is a range bound. This is nothing but the corrective move, and now you can again see price is breaking the moving averages and trading below it. So I think this is a good example in which how to differentiate between impulsive, corrective, and impulsive waves. And internally, if you see this correction, this started from here. This was a fast impulse. Then there was this B wave, which internally B wave is also divided into three sub waves, and then we got the C wave, and this C wave also you can see there are sub waves in between, and this pattern is nothing but a running flat. If you see this point went below A, and then so this is a running flat correction, and for this impulse we got this corrective structure and then one more push down. And now, which means now if you compare the MACD for this move, you can see there is a clear divergence between this part and this part, which means this can be the last wave of the current structure. And but this wave is not complete, because you can see if you compare internally, there is no divergence between this wave and this wave. So probably the next possible thing is that we can get a corrective structure here and then one more push down for this. Then it can be 1, 2, 3, 4. If this does not breach this level, then this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then a divergence will start to appear, and then we can get some sort of corrective structure or up move. Now but let us now explain one important point here. Now if you go to the weekly chart, let me change it to candlestick back. So this all is actually a single wave in weekly time frame, which means this is also a fast move. And after this fast move, although on daily time frame we are expecting upside, but on this time frame we are expecting a corrective structure, which means that after this corrective structure more fall can come. And if this corrective structure is developed, then probably more fall will come. And only thing for upside is that if we on a daily this is fast, and then we get another and another. So this is the impulsive way, but we are not expecting this as of now. And if we get, then only this all-time high will be cleared. And this is also a possibility that we get a three-wave corrective structure. But in both cases, after this down move is over, we are expecting this upside, little upside in this. And so probably let us wait for divergence to appear or any trend line to break on the upside for daily time frame. And now let us see this analysis. One more important point, if I remove all this thing, you can see is the volume profile. You can see the power of point of contact at this part, which means once you broke this level on the downside, you can see how important this resistance proved out. And you can see exactly from this point price reversed, because this is a high volume node and this acts as a resistance. If you want to get more familiar about this volume profile, I have already made a video on this and shared on YouTube. You can follow that, and I will post this on the description and the comment section. You can watch that tutorial again. which important point is that once price creates high volume node, this point acts as a resistance, and if there is a high volume node that is developing on the bottom, then that will act as a support. So now this was about the long term analysis. Now let us see short term analysis and what all is happening. So if you see this move on the upside, this was a move, and then corrective section, one more move to the top. And if you draw this trend line here, you can see price broke this high volume profile node on the hourly chart also. And if you closely watch this on a 15-minute chart, this is nothing but a fast move impulse followed by corrective structure. This corrective structure is nothing but a regular flat, and you can see again one move down. So this is nothing, impulse, correction, and impulse. And other confluence point is that on an hourly chart you can see this broke the high volume node and then more downside to come. Now if you draw if you see the now what trend line we can draw, let me clear it first. Now this point, for this point and this point, we are getting two impulsive moves, so we can connect this as the trend line. Now possibility, now let me change it back to the 15-minute. Now what are the possible cases here? So let us, now for upside, first this trend line needs to be broken, and that to be very in a very fast ways. Now if you count the candles 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, so within if this breaks this top, I mean less candles, then a good, and then an upside can also be possible. And now if we copy this price section here, now let me copy this price section here, this whole price section, and let me reverse it. So if you get something like this, and in this you can see trend line breakout happens, this is broken in less candles, and then a corrective structure appears, then you can always trade this part. And this is the bullish case in which we will expect fast move. Another case is possible, this now price, this from this trend line, it it gives small correction and it reverses from this point. Then internally, now as of now, if you compare this, let me, if you compare, that there is slightly divergence here, this part to this part and this part to this part, but this, there is no crossover as of now. So which means that once now suppose there is a gap down on Monday, then this divergence will not I mean it can continue like this only. So we have to wait for bullish case. If you have not made any entry, then possibly you have to wait for this trend line to break. It can probably break here, it can probably break like this, and then this part, but it should break it with the impulse and not slowly, because if it is slow, then more down, and then it can form a bigger corrective structure and more fall it can give. I hope these points are clear, and if you have any doubts, please post them as comment, and if this delivers value, please consider subscribing and sharing with friends. Thank you.